my biggest fear now is ending up with nothing. That's my biggest fear because I've been at a place where I've been opportune to become to.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Unpack with Nay, a show where we have wholesome and authentic conversations. And in today's episode, we have superstar entertainer Chike. In this episode, we're going to be unpacking fame, loyalty, navigating friendships, masculinity, and a lot of other good stuff. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and share. It would mean a lot to me. And let's unpack. How are you?
I'm fine.
No, just a normal chit-chat.
You all could be done for you. Isn't that
Yes,
how are you?
no. It's just
My-
a chill conversation.
That's good. Now we talk
Okay.
every day.
Exactly. So it's not. Well, this is different from our usual
Okay.
conversations. This is
Okay.
more like just in depth. Let's unpack a little there.
Yeah, no,
Just a
I
little.
do.
Okay. What do you think about unpacking? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I feel like you're trying to unearth. The English not the big guy. You're trying to unearth things. You get what I'm saying?
Like things like what? Like what's one thing that we can unpack with you right now?
Something you can unpack with me right now is probably. I don't want it to sound too complex. Maybe just how I see people. Yeah, because
Okay.
then I don't know. I understand being honest, right? But I feel like I'm in a place of responsibility, and a lot of times I can't say exactly what I'm thinking, just because I need to be politically correct. I mean, not all my opinions can be made public.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. I remember a
It just
conversation
can't
we
be.
had. Can you remember? Was it a fashion show?
Okay.
We had one gossip like this. I feel like when nobody else can hear it.
I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
I don't
But it's
remember,
fine.
but
It's
yeah, you
fine.
see, there are just some things that
Yeah.
I just feel like I have to be politically correct, not because I want to be, but because I
Yeah.
have to be. So yes, I see unpacking is how I see people, how I process things.
Okay.
It's quite
I'm going to start soft landing.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So thinking about like your career,
Yes.
I want to understand. You did Project Fame one
Yes.
year, and then the next year you did The Voice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The first one you're like second runner up, right?
No, the first one I think I went out. It was like all those eviction thing where the housemates
Yeah.
peak, but so,
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
didn't really favor me. So I think I
Yeah.
left at like top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Yeah. Then
Yes,
the second
that
one you were
was it.
second
Second
runner.
one was first runner
First
up.
runner
So
up,
that's
yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the? I don't know. When I'm thinking if I went for a show, right, and I didn't win, obviously you go for something to win, and
Yes.
I don't win, I'll be so like discouraged to try again.
Okay.
But you
yeah.
went. You didn't even give it like 2 years. You went again. Like, what was your
Man.
thought process like when you decided to go again?
I think at that time I just think it was destiny, number one. But at that time I was really just trying to find my place. I was trying to break certain records. When you're saying, oh, at that point, being 21 and a graduate wasn't something I could just tell people.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't. I mean, there were people doing it at 19.
Yeah.
So I just had to find my place. One was I never could boldly go into music, so I just had to try all those. Let me just try something. Let me just try
I
something.
see.
So when the first one went that way and I went for the second one, I knew at that point I was struggling to survive because people had already known me, no matter how little. Do you understand? So one, I wanted to achieve something in music, but secondly, I never wanted to be looked at as that guy that, oh, it just didn't work out for him. So maybe, subconsciously that was the drive
Yeah.
to go.
Why couldn't you like actively pursue music?
Man, I studied engineering in school. I know this
Yeah,
story
that's-
sounds cliche, but
No.
with parents especially that paid the kind of money they paid for my
Yeah,
education
yeah.
at that time, they expect certain returns. You just don't wake up and say, and whether we like it or not, with my generation, our parents are kind of like our mini gods.
Yeah.
Everything we've done from the beginning is to please them. Sometimes even studying sciences
Yeah.
is to please them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So imagine undoing 21 years of that and suddenly you just say, some people are bolder and able to just do it. But
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those people.
Yeah. So when now, how many years? 8 years down the line.
Yeah,
2015,
about that.
You think that you found your place?
Man, I know I know that for sure that I'm meant to be here
I
and
like
not whatever could have happened. I was almost gonna work for UBA. Like they had already given me the meeting, everything. Like my uncle had organized everything. I'll not give out his name. He had organized everything, and I just didn't show up. And I remember, I think the next time he saw me, he just saw me on TV. So when I went for the reality show and I didn't win, and I came back, I could hear that silence.
I told you, Sabi.
See your life, and he had good relationships, where he had a friend there who said, "No, I want your boy to be under me."
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that guy just felt like, this is your brother, and I will do you that favor of guiding him. I don't know what that meant, but the guy just wanted me to even work with him, not just in the bank. And I grew up loving the bank job. I like how they dressed. I like how they looked. I went into Covenant University. We had similar dressing. So I really loved it. I won't even lie to you. I mean, I still kind of, I don't dress.
I feel like everyone that goes,
still semi-corporate
went
until
to
now.
Covenant, you people just have like a, how do you think like university shaped you?
Man, a lot of people look at CU and they say, what they even call it, secondary school. If I had a child now, and in Nigeria of today, that would still be the only school I'll pick for my kid. Because the fact remains that, not taking shots at any other school, but the other schools are just not functioning.
Yeah.
It's not even about whether they were the greats in 2029 or 1960. They're just not functioning. They're not in school. There's strike. There's everything. So I think one of the major things is they continued to instill some level of morals.
Yes.
With us, after you leave your parents' house.
Yeah.
And I think, I still do a lot of things they said I shouldn't do there, but
there's a balance.
But there's a balance.
Yeah. So what year, like when did you figure that you were creative? Like creative because you're not only an artist, right? Like you're an actor, like there's just an element of creativity to you. So when did you figure that that's what you
figuring, and that's why it's good to have good friends. A lot of times I see on Instagram, I see how you post your family, I see your brother is always there. And, sometimes I feel happy for you, but feel kind of jealous because not everybody has that.
Yeah.
Some people, yes, there's the blood ties. My brother is you'd be there for them. But there's the difference with actively being a part of somebody's life.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And let me just not go further from that. So I would say I had friends. I still remember her very much. Mojisola Owotogbe. She's married now. Who, when she first saw the phone, she was like, Chike, every time you sing here, they disturb us. Oh yeah, see this audition, you have to go. And maybe if she didn't say that, I probably would never have been as bold to even try.
No, but did you ever think that I wanted to be a musician or like?
Truth is, I never set out to that.
Really?
I love music. Do you get it? I love to sing, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it professionally.
I like that.
I can't say that, from when I was 6 years old, I wanted to. Nah, that's not true. I wanted to be a doctor. No, I never wanted to be a doctor. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying those kind of things. I wanted to work in the bank. At some point, I wanted to be a soldier. Do you understand? Like, I wanted it so bad, but I don't think music was ever at the top of my list.
So if your friend Mojisola didn't ask you to,
maybe I wouldn't have taken that chance. You know how you just taste something and you're like, oh, it tastes good. Then you keep going. Yes, I would have probably been somebody who works in, some different environment, some corporate environment or military environment who has a good voice.
Yeah.
That's probably what it would have been.
I like that. Yeah. But are you still friends with her now?
Yes, we are. I mean, with the restrictions, because in our society, when someone's married.
Married, yeah. Do you think that your friendships have obviously evolved or changed since,
Yes,
the fame?
Yeah, a lot has changed though. I can't even lie to you. It's evolved. Some has evolved, being that some people understand.
Yeah.
And they're able to come to you at that level, and also patient enough to wait for you to come to them at whatever level it is to, but some, I've used the word change.
Yeah.
Whereby, they just so upset that you can't come to them at the same level.
Yeah.
And you try and explain, and what I just figured is sometimes somebody who has already misunderstood you, sometimes they're not even trying to understand you again.
You can say.
Yes, there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to try, but just having in mind that it might just, there's nothing.
I think you're a good friend.
Abby, I try.
And you're funny.
I try for those that are actually my friends.
Yeah,
I mean, if I don't care, I just don't care.
I think you're a good friend.
Yeah.
What's one thing that fame has taught you? So, one thing that you didn't even expect from fame? Because I feel like you don't even carry yourself, I don't know.
How? In what way? I don't carry myself how?
No, you don't carry yourself
so you see, that's so funny because there are a lot of people who have a different opinion.
Maybe because we have a very good... No, maybe because we're friends, so it's different.
A lot more people
yeah.
don't agree with you. I can tell you that for sure, because that has affected my previous friendships.
Yeah, but okay, so what do you think personally?
I think personally, right?
Maybe you're just guarded.
I'm definitely guarded for sure, but I also think that I'm a good friend to those who I perceive to be good people.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do anything for you.
Yeah.
Fact, in terms of sacrifice, I can. But with some people, you just don't get there.
Yeah.
But then it's easier for them to assume, is it because?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Sometimes
and
it's
sometimes I'm
just-
not patient enough to just walk off the table.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I just feel like, yeah, it's because a lot of people think that, and for me, yes, I could be guarded. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But then I think where one thing, earlier you were almost trying to ask me that what has the fame and exposure taught you.
Yeah.
For me, it's also taught me that it can't be my way or the highway. I've just learned to be patient about the way I would handle things. Is different, like from the way I have to handle things now. Example is once I walk out, I'm in a private room. I handle it the way I really wanted to handle it. But then, so it's taught me to be patient and just watch things play out. Not because if I even want to be patient, but just because I have to.
Inside your heart, you're thinking something else.
Yeah,
On the outside, you
it's
have
a
to
totally
just...
different thing, and I'm just smiling, but I'm just not. You're definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not smiling inside.
What's your idea of fun?
Of fun.
Yeah.
My idea of fun is I'm on the phone a lot. It might just sound simple, but it's just being with the people I care about.
Yeah, always sending.
Yeah, like talking. Yeah, that's literally it. So I find you see all those memes and this, and I find it very personal.
I
Do you
know,
understand?
every
Like
time
it's
you
personal.
send me
It's not something you just share to people. It's a connection. You don't. You were at my show and you heard me talk about it. Abi.
Yeah.
You can't just be sending me.
Yeah.
We're together. You're sending me the memes. You're sending some other guy. No, my meme is my own. Do you
So
understand?
all the memes you send me is for me.
It's for you,
Okay,
or
I like
it is
that.
for
Or
the
the people that
friendships
you
in that
think,
category.
yeah.
There's some memes I can't send you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But some people, maybe I'm seeing someone we're on a certain level, and I'm seeing you
What
sending me
level?
something, and you're clicking like 4 other people, and I'm like,
What
bruh,
what level?
on intimate level now.
Okay,
And you
that
click like
leaves
4
me-
other people. So I'm processing it differently. Like I'm thinking, what's every other person thinking about this
Yeah.
meme?
That leads me to another question. So people that obviously you're on a level with, what's the one thing that would be consistent that they will say about you?
On a what
The
level did I call
the
it? One thing that's consistent. I mean, you can never know what somebody thinks, but
That's
I
a
would.
very political answer. Oh.
No, I can't say for sure
Okay.
what you would think, but based on how I have been to you, I would expect you to say that I can be committed, like being there, especially like providing.
Okay. I like
Do you understand? I would also expect you to say that, I can be impatient. But then hopefully you're not impatient with me too at the same time, because then that's a problem.
Yeah.
I just think the people who've gotten the best of me they just know when that starts to just stop
Yeah.
and just give me time to figure it out, and I'll come back.
I like that. You're very fearless. Like
Me?
Nothing gets to you.
Things do.
okay, but things get to you, but like you don't really get scared, right? It's like you just go for things. When is the one time that you felt very scared?
Very scared. I
Yeah.
think one of the first times I've really felt fear. I mean, I'm scared every time I'm flying. Let's just start with that. But then the alert has to just, I'm like, we could. I mean, this is a good reason to be scared.
Do you?
I mean, I was scared today coming back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure God hears me every time I fly. That's the one time we talk. I'm like, Lord Jesus.
That's the one time.
Lord Jesus, it's been 2 weeks. Say be my guy. So career-wise, I'll say the peak of my fear one time was, doing my first reality show. And my biggest fear now, even in as much as you watch the motivational speakers and they tell you, half of the things you're scared of never happens, or the things you see some people that still say the things you fear most are the things that happen to you, So we don't even know which is true.
Yeah.
I would say, my biggest fear now is ending up with nothing. That's my biggest fear, because I've been at a place where I've been opportune to become to, where I'm able to cater for those I care about, and to cater for those that I want to cater for, or just be somebody that people can look to and be like, I can come to this guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has also alienated me from going to people.
Yeah, that's
So I don't know how I would go to people if
Yeah.
anything were to go wrong. I just feel like I'll be in my head and just explode.
Yes, that's gonna be my next question about like how you deal with like bad days, like when you feel very low, where do you run to? But now you just said that you don't know how to go to people. So how do you deal with bad days?
I mean, that's when you hope that you've made the right friendships, or that the people you believe are supposed to be friends with you on a certain level are actually on that level with you, because you might be on that level with them and they're not. You know, I talked to a couple of my friends who are super close. I talked to my manager. I mean, I see him as a very sincere person. You know, so he knows a lot about me. I talk to him, you know, because he's able to give a rational, you know, and not really emotional reaction to things. And I talked to a couple of my friends.
Yeah.
Not I don't even have that many. It was a couple of.
How many
the ones
friends?
I can actually talk to, maybe like one. There's not even more than one. You know, those ones is if they're in a relationship, you can't talk to them because they're not.
But why? What's that mind? Okay, so imagine if you were dating someone actively now.
Yes.
Would you not want her to have male friends?
The honest answer, the sincere answer is no.
Really?
That's the honest truth.
Why?
Now, it can move from a no to a yes. Do you understand? But off the top is no, because I'm a guy. That's just the truth. Okay. Right? Yeah, the way your eyes are just squinting, I feel like I'm about to say something you don't agree with.
No,
right?
keep
I'm
talking.
just going to say it because you
Keep
cannot
talking.
beat me as your show.
Keep talking.
So, I'm a guy. And I know that 99% of the time when guys leave their comfort zone to make a friendship, they want something. Fact. Wait, hold on, wait, pause. I know where you're going. Now, I've left my comfort zone to make friendships that, yes, I wanted something from the top and that changed. Because I just realized that that's not going to work. Either because at the top, when you're losing someone from the outside, maybe when you come inside, they're not even what you want.
Exactly.
Let's even start with that. So I just realized that, oh, that's not even really what I want. So stay friends. Or you realize that that's not what they want. And you value that friendship. But doesn't mean that given the chance, the guys won't take the chance. 99% of guys, and I'm saying this as a fact, will take the chance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying it because I sit with guys. I'm a guy. I have brothers. Do you understand? I sit even with the church-going guys. I sit with the mosque-going guys. I sit with the guys who barely are able to talk to a woman. Yeah. Maybe because they can't, but doesn't mean they don't want one. You know, so having male friends, right? So this is it. With me, I always end up with a pretty lady. So start with that. So there's automatically going to be male attention. Fact, right? So taking it from here is, what is your level of trust for the woman, right? And don't say that, don't be with somebody you can't trust. A lot of people just think it's that simple. If it's like that, everything will be smooth. Sometimes you're with people you can't trust. It just happens. I mean, you just like them enough to keep trying. And hoping that they will change, which they never do, you know. But then it's the curse of the game. You just keep trying. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah, but like, how are you able to, you know, there's some women that you meet and you know that this friend, this guy, there's nothing there. And maybe you can allow them to keep talking to the person, right? Like, so it's unfortunate, it's always unfair because I have female friends that I know we're just friends. I have a lot of female friends. Yes, I know that we're just friends and the guys are not cool with it. And there has been a situation where I actually made a fuss out of it, you know, with one of my really close female friends. Because I just felt like the guy was just, you know, being a whatever. But then later, I figured that, well, he's in his right. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because he's not friends with me. He's just looking at you like, oh, this guy that does this, oh, he's popular, he's good looking. He just doesn't add up. Do you understand? And you don't know what you don't know where he's coming from. You don't know what his insecurities are. Now, for me, even when I feel like that, sometimes it's not the woman's fault. It's also where we're coming from. Yeah. Do you get? We're probably coming from a place where, you know, the last person wasn't as trustworthy. Do you understand? So you're not trying to leave room. Yeah. So most men want to play around, right? You just want to have multiple people. And so but when a guy finally says, this is the person I want to identify with, it's almost like your safe haven. It's like where you come back to. I don't know where this is rated, whether it's plus 18 or whatever, but you don't want any other person going there. Yeah. Like the thought of it is, I don't even think guys can handle it. Yeah. We can't even handle when we do it. Like, that's the same thing we do to you. Yeah. You can't do it to us. And I'm just saying it as a fact. And me personally, I don't want to be with someone who would police like my friendships. Like, so we have a very good friendship. I don't want to date somebody that be like, why is Chike calling you? Why does Chike keep sending you memes? That kind of thing. Do you get? I want to be somebody who feels like secure in the fact that, oh, these guys have been friends for a really long time. They have a good relationship. Okay. Even if she's going out with him, like, there's nothing there. You know, I feel like most guys who cannot do that for their girls might be slightly insecure. Okay, so this is it. And they don't express it that, oh, this is how I feel. Yes. Then you come with all this like macho energy. Insecurity, yes, I agree, 100%. People are don't just become insecure like that.
Yeah.
You need to understand that everybody you meet, as far as they were not born today, they come with some baggage.
Of course.
Do you understand? And most are not really positive. With half of the relationships I don't mean even dating, but half of the human relationships, a lot of them come short of our expectation.
Yeah.
Even down to someone telling you, I'm going to be here by 2, and they show up by 4. All these things, they have an effect over time, right? So it's not even about policing. I just think, with what I think I know now, if you have a partner who's worried about that, right? It is very important that you make it very clear to them that there's nothing. And it's not just by saying it. You might even go as far as showing it. And a lot of women pretend like they don't know the guy is hitting on them. That's what makes us feel like, are we crazy or what? They just pretend like they don't know. Because maybe maybe they don't want to go further with the guy, but they still enjoy that attention. Yeah. They want it to keep happening. So when a guy is complaining and you're making him look crazy, then he starts acting out on the insecurity. Because even with guys, we're not always comfortable just saying how we feel about things like that, because we know that the first button the woman wants to press is insecure. But it's not that. We're just protecting our territory. It has nothing to do with that.
Fair enough.
Do you understand? So it's good to explain and say, this is what it is. Okay, this guy is actually hitting on me, but babe, we're not even going to go on that level.
There.
At least I know that you know.
Yeah.
Then when you're denying it, then I'm worried. Yeah. Because I know you know. So when you're denying it to my face, it's just worrisome. It almost feels like maybe you're keeping it on the side so you can go back to it at some point.
Okay.
So yes, a lady can have female friends.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you have to know who you're with.
Yeah.
And if you care about them enough, make them understand. Like now, if I'm with you and you see some lady that's always texting me and I care enough, I'll actually show you the text.
Yeah.
I've been with people that say, this girl likes me. I know she likes me, but nothing is going there.
Yeah.
So you know. Do you understand? If you keep pushing, I could always ask, do you want me to even stop talking?
Talking to her. Would you actually stop talking to her?
Can I ask something? An honest question. You don't need to talk into the camera. How can a guy be comfortable that you are still friends with your ex, that you are still sending messages? What? What is that about? How does that make the guy insecure? Yes, I'm insecure. If that's what you're reading. This is somebody that I know you people have shared intimate time. This person has seen you naked. What are you talking about? Like, if not that I cannot judge you for your past. Do you understand? Because you can't judge me for mine, right? If not that I can't. This person has crossed my sacred line. He has. Yes, it was before I met you, but oh well, he has. There's somebody else who, if tomorrow I'm walking down the aisle with you, he knows what you look like. That's not your fault, right? But then please spare me the stress of continuing that relationship. No, you cannot.
So when people approach you with you have like this proud demeanor and all of that, how do you handle that?
Honestly, it's depending on where I am that day. If you meet me on a good day, I could actually relax and tell you, it's not like that too. But if you meet me on a bad day, I would literally say to you, you should go fuck yourself. I would say it. I wouldn't even say it to him. I would actually say it to you. So guess what? They will confirm what you think.
Yeah.
But then most of the people who think you're arrogant are arrogant themselves.
Yeah.
Most times. You see people who say, oh, he walked past us, he didn't come out. Why didn't you say hello?
Yeah, I don't like
that. If I did not greet you, then you could say hello. It's just that simple.
Yeah, but people...
Some people, that's just their grievance. Like, do you know what day I'm having? One, do you even know that maybe I'm not a very bold person?
Yeah.
Let's even start that. It might just be that I'm not even comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
Yeah. Do
you understand what I'm saying? So when people do that, if on a good day, I could stop and say, oh, this. No be so it be you. If you meet me on a bad day, I would actually just tell you to get the fuck off. I would. Yeah, I would. And then I give you enough reason to keep saying what you're saying.
I like that.
Because then, my manager said something one time. He said the silent wise man once said nothing. Do you understand? I say people can't also judge silence.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But then when I've said that to you, even as down as go fuck off, I've given you something.
Yeah.
Whether I'm in my rights or not, the truth is I've given you something. That's unfortunate, but I have.
Fair enough. Yeah. Like that. So what's the one thing that keeps you going? Like your motivation?
Money.
Yeah.
I'm just straight up.
I love that.
A lot of people say,
you stand an Igbo man that loves money.
Yeah, it's money, man. Na money be fine, Bobo. Fact, I'm telling you. Money in all aspects.
Yeah.
For my expectation or class in women, for example, it doesn't come cheap. Let's just go, it's just a fact.
Okay.
Do you understand? It probably would have come cheap 20 years ago when there was no social media. But now, off the bat, it's expensive. So
you like to take care of your women.
Yeah, I mean, if putting out here, if there's anybody I'm talking to and I'm not bringing that money, I really don't care.
Hey.
I'm just being very honest with you. Like, I just don't. Because that's one of my biggest love language. And
So-
what I mean is not just throwing money on the floor.
Yeah.
It's doing what is needed.
So if you don't like somebody, like the girls now that are watching this and
Yeah.
they think that they're talking to you.
Because there are not so many girls that I'm committed to or that think I'm committed to them anyway.
Fantastic.
So that's why I said it that way.
Okay. Okay, now you've messed my
No,
thought
I can still ask the question.
No, but like, yeah, so let's say there are 3 people watching this, right?
Yeah.
And you were still talking to them before this interview.
Yeah.
Why are you still talking to them? If you're not like committing to them like that. Like if you know that this is not somebody I'm gonna spend money on.
So some people want to talk to you. That's another thing. It's not just about why are you still talking to them. They also want to talk to you.
Fair enough.
And you might also have a certain connection with them at certain levels. Like, oh, this person is knowledgeable about so thing.
Yeah.
There's not everything that's even sexual. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some people are also patient enough because they're hoping you to get there. Do you understand? So talking to somebody
It's so
is for
crazy
different
how
reasons.
guys, you people actually analyze things more than girls.
I don't think so. I think women analyze things too.
No, we do, but like the way you've put it now, I feel like the girls might think that they're being smart, or you already kind of like know the tactic. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
The
Like, people know what you're doing.
No, I think the smartest guy is the one who doesn't care about you. That's the smartest guy. Every time that I've dealt with somebody, and when I mean don't care, I don't mean as a human being I don't care about you. Don't get me wrong.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I'm just not invested in you in a place where, on that level.
Yeah.
So the smartest decisions I've made has been with people I just don't have that thing for.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And guess what? If you push, you shove, you cry, I just keep quiet. Guess what? They will just come back. Silence is just annoying.
Do you think they come back because of obviously like who you are?
No, I think right now I cannot ignore that fact in anything again, in as much as I want to.
Yeah, you try.
But I don't even think I can ignore it again. Sometimes I want to, but it's tough even being here because you don't know who is your friend.
Yeah.
See, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't even know the family member that genuinely cares about you. Let's even go, apart from the ones who say, no, we saying papa or mama.
Yeah.
Even papa, mama, cousins. You don't know the ones that really care.
How does that make you feel?
You feel alone a lot of times.
You feel alone a lot?
I do feel alone a lot of times. But then that's why if you are blessed to be with somebody who can patch up for those things. And that's why in the midst of that, you're now bothering about some ex that you're still chatting.
This ex thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Has it happened to you?
Like you still have to, of course it's happened to a lot of people, if anybody needs to be honest, because relationships are forever. That's what you need to know. When people meet people, they just don't unmeet people. Do you understand? And some people, there are certain things that they click for someone. I might be with you now, but there's a reason why I was with the other person. Yes, it didn't work out, but there might just be something, there might be a guilty pleasure I keep going back there for. It's just why human beings, let's not act like everything is black and white.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we're doing that we shouldn't do, and we're still doing it.
Yeah.
So, and that is the reality of, that's why in the world, you see people still going to court, you still see people breaking laws. You shouldn't run the red light, but you run it either way sometimes. You shouldn't lie, but you lie. Either to protect yourself or to protect the other person. And that's not true. Most times you're protecting yourself.
Yeah.
Or how you'd want the person to perceive you. So I'm just saying, like, feeling alone at that time for a guy, you want to go back to a place where this person who has seen all, you believe you've been able to show all, facets or all angles of your life, where they're just not giving you any trouble.
Yeah.
It doesn't, nothing is smooth. There'll be small trouble, but not major ones. Like talking to people you shouldn't be talking to. Do you know, I don't get it. The fact that some people behind the camera try to defend it means this is a serious problem.
Is it serious?
So it's not even peculiar. So that's what they do. So it's not even, and do you know the worst part? Guess what? It's something they say in Igbo. They say, that's somebody who, like, someone who beheads. Obuma anekwe magaya no.
Obuma, somebody that's
the people that will hear it.
No. Yes. I understand. But
someone that uses the knife, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, someone who cuts. Let's say someone that kills animals or human beings with knives. If you hold knife, walk out for him back, he goes, what do you want to do? Do you understand that kind of thing? Like, if he sees you walk with a knife to the back, it's like, yo, come stand here, make I see you. So the reality of it is that most times when we're worried is because we're most likely doing what we're complaining about. You see why I said it's not black and white.
It really isn't.
Or we have done it before, so we know how it goes. We might not be doing it at that time, but we know how it goes because we have been there. But it's not like But it's not a lie now. We have done it
You are
before.
hitting some spots.
Do you understand? So we might not be doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, I've had times where I'm like, okay, this, I'm going to give it an actual shot. And there are times where I was not even trying. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, here, one of the things I learned is people give you, how do I put it? If you tolerate something, they'll keep giving it to you.
Yeah.
Trust me, cutting off something doesn't make it too harsh.
Yeah.
The people I've taken for granted are mostly the people who've given me one more chance. I'm just telling you. It's just the natural behavior of the human being. It takes maturity and respect for somebody and respect for yourself and respect for your values as a person. Do you understand? To stop that. But most times, the people who keep giving you another chance, those are people you mess with.
This just. Whew.
But it's true. Fact.
You're such a hard truth.
I thought you wanted to unpack.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm giving you exclusive because normally I don't go talking like this.
No, but it's such a hard truth because I've been having several conversations with my girlfriends around certain things and just how guys are. You know, sometimes you like somebody so much and you decide to give them another try. But then again, they're doing what you just said. Okay,
so now, you know, never say never. And, you know, nothing's ever 100%.
Yeah.
The fact that there's 1% chance that there's a man out there who doesn't behave like that, it keeps hope alive. I'm just saying. Facts, right?
But you used to behave like that or you've changed?
How?
Like, you know, give people that you take for granted.
I used to behave like that. I might even be behaving like that in some of my relationships. It must not always be intimate ones. Do you understand?
Fair.
Like, I know I have behaved like that. And with some things too, I always push it back because I feel like I don't understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are people too that I don't want to cross certain lines because I just don't want to lose them. Because I know they go. Now, that's tricky because maybe they don't also give two shits about you as much. So they'll definitely walk out on you.
Yeah. What's the one thing that you, like, value? I know you like cars. Please don't say cars.
Oh, value is different now. You can't put value. You can't use the word value for cars. Yeah.
Okay, so
one thing I value is loyalty. I'm 100% big on that. Do you understand? Because even me, I don't give it all the time. So when I give it to someone, I just pray that coincidentally we're both trying to give it to each other.
Yeah.
You know, when I keep saying this is not just man and woman, or this is just when you relating with people. Do you understand? Loyalty is such a big part for me. I mean, I value it more and more every day because I see too many disloyal things happen.
Yeah.
So every day I'm always thinking, hope somebody that I'm being loyal to in any form of manner is not being disloyal to me.
I think it's a very, I would like to generic, not generic, but I don't know if they've asked you this, so if you won't talk about it.
What's that?
Heartbreak.
Yeah, we've been there. I've been there.
Okay, so do you think you've had any heartbreak that has, like, changed your life or, like, shaped you?
Yes, I've had one that has changed me for the worse, in the sense that, you know, a lot of people now, that when you said what will your exes say, you know, I would say some will say, you know, oh, he's uncommitted, you know, and some will say he's impatient, you know. So, you know, and nobody comes out like that. I believe nobody comes out that way, but experiences. And I've had the one that has just made me a lot less trusting. Just that simple. When you say something to me, I just don't believe you off the go. I just don't. It has nothing to do with you. That's me at this point. Like, and normally what has solved that for me before is that when I check and I'm wrong, I always pray I'm wrong. You know, when I try to see if what you said to me was correct, I genuinely pray I'm wrong because I don't want the drama of not trusting you. I don't even want it. That's hectic. That's stressful. Yeah. You know, and that just pushes you deeper into where you don't want to be, right? So even when I probe, I'm genuinely hoping that I'm wrong. Do you get? I'm not probing to be right. I'm probing to be wrong. Yeah. But half the time you're right or more. Because there's always, if you pick up my phone now, if you're dating me and you pick up my phone now, you see some messages that I'm encouraging. It's just what it is, that I'm not cutting off like, get out of here, straight up. Then when you hold me, I'll say, I'm just being polite. I don't want to sound.
But you know what you're doing.
No, you can't do that. I can manage it. I have experience.
Experience what?
I trust myself. I don't trust you. I'm just kidding.
No. Okay, so let's talk about music. So take, for example, Out of Love. Was that like a specific, like,
So I think it's an unfair question when people are connect to music so much, and you ask me questions
Really?
like this. See what I'm saying? How can I say it was not real? It was
No,
real.
no. I'm just saying, like, of course it was real, but I'm
Okay,
saying,
yeah.
like, so we're talking about heartbreak. So
Okay.
bringing Out of Love, was
Okay.
that like one of those
Yeah, I mean,
heartbreak,
Out of Love
type
definitely
thing?
influenced.
And some people just write music like fictional stuff.
True.
you
I
know?
have fictional stuff.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's the question.
But we're all empty, I believe, when we come in, and something fills it up. Whether it's your experiences or experience of others.
I
So
like that.
Out of Love definitely comes from somewhere that something I've experienced, I've heard, and definitely my personal experience is there. Do you understand? Because I've had times that I wake up and you didn't do anything. I'm just not there anymore with you. You didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just attracted to somebody else.
Yeah.
This is fact. It happens.
Yeah.
Today you might be crazy about somebody, and tomorrow you are just not.
That's so sad. Do you think that's sad?
It's extremely sad because sometimes this person didn't even do anything to you. They have been them. They've been committed to you. But guess what? You, as a human being, they see this person. Like, no, it gets who you now they see as you've been they see them.
That's so sad.
So it's unfortunate, but
I feel like you're
I
seeing
don't know.
lots of things that's just like, this is how guys think.
No, that's not how guys think. Don't generalize. I'm honestly.
This is how you just break our hearts. And then we'll not come and be unpacking with our friends.
I feel you guys are so blessed that you can just easily say, this is how guys work out. We can't even be free to say it like this.
But that's why you need to start championing it. This is why we encourage like vulnerability and conversations.
This is a trap.
It's not a trap.
Most women still don't deal with guys that are vulnerable. Do you know that?
Find emotionally intelligent women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a short list. I'll go through them.
When you're ready.
Okay.
When you're ready.
And if I don't find among the list you gave me, we'll get problem.
That's the way we want to go.
It's just, for men, there's a lot of masculinity. I remember the first time when I was young and I had an issue with, from secondary school, you don't look woman. I don't know if everybody did it, but I did it, But I remember the one time, she's one of my friends, she's American now, very nice person. I mean, she's one of my really good friends now. We don't talk every day, but I can count on her, And I remember going back home from school, I felt some kind of way. Mother's always noticed first. So my mom knew that something, and she knew that this had to do with a girl. But raising a kid at that time, I don't know if they advise you based on they feel somehow because of woman. Why are you even feeling anything for woman? Are you okay? So my mom, I remember her. I still remember vividly how she come and say, "Have you eaten?" Oh, this. She was easy on me that day because she just knew there was something off. So I think my dad too knew, because my dad is one of the most caring people in the world. He hit you really hard with this hand and still massage you with this one, like he is. And I think that's where I learned commitment and catering from, because he was like that. There was never a day that my dad didn't turn up for any reason. Whether he had fallen out with my mom, he still turned up for the kids, no matter what. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I remember him, just look at now. Now, we're raising fathers who can sit their boys down and be like, oh, how are you feeling that way? Or is it about that girl? You're going to be all right. Nah, back then, there was not... our parents didn't even tell us where the genitals were. Like, I don't know. You had to figure that out yourself. Who's going to tell you that? Do you understand? So I remember my dad I had gone into my grandpa's room to hide. I don't know why I did that. And I remember my dad opening the door. And he just looked at me while I was laying down. And he said to me, he said this in Igbo. What it means, I can't give birth to a child who cries for a woman.
Yes.
That's all he said. And yes, that was like some kind of tough, And I remember saying to myself that day that, no, I can't let no girl make me feel this way. And that's the bravado you keep trying to work with. Then, before you know, you're 30-something. And someone expects you that, oh, no, be unpacking. Anywhere you go, you just unpack. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, you just go, blah. Oh, I'm feeling so down. Babe, I'm down now. then, you don't understand. Come on, let's be honest. So, yes, we'll get there. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you need to know that reality is not that now.
Yeah.
That is the only thing. That's the only advice that my father has given me till date about that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Man, I'm one neighbor. I know they give birth. I know if it's born picking where they cry for woman. That's it. They didn't even know what happened. And that's how I went through it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, I can't let nobody make me feel that way.
Yeah, so you're still like that now.
I don't think I'm like at that as much.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think I'm like that as much.
I just feel like for you, it's more so connections. If you meet someone and you people connect on that level, Because I know that guys are just, it's very sad that, guys feel very like you can't talk to women.
I told you.
Some women can handle it, I know for sure, but there are also women that, like me,
Guess
I want
what?
to be with a partner that like opens up to me.
Nay.
Let's have conversations.
Most women cannot handle it. I'm telling you for a fact.
Yeah.
The times you start finding a woman that can handle it, they're slightly advanced in age.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start finding. You don't expect a 23. Imagine I'm running around with some 23-year-old now. What's she going to handle? What's she going to understand? She just want to take pictures and be on Instagram and tell everybody that she's dating you. What are you unpacking to that person? Let's be honest. Like, you can find people like that, but that's where you now say this girl is so mature.
Yeah.
You find it in older people. Then before you know, you find guys dating girls that are older than them. And you wonder what's going on. Because you're now getting to a place where you want a certain level of peace.
Yeah.
And it's just the older people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, the past maybe 2 relationships I've been in, they've been older than me.
I like that.
Do you understand? And that's why you can't, there's no small girl that can say I'm DMing her.
Oh.
Nah. I probably will be like, oh, hey, hi, but that's it. It's not going to get past that. Because I know where it's going.
Yeah.
Our visions are just not the same. I feel like for me to talk to a 23-year-old now, it has to be like a career woman. Where I know that this person is dedicated. They're trying to make something. Not that you're not doing the same madness we are doing. And I told you something about one of my biggest fears was losing everything.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, one thing that I know can make me lose everything is who I pick as a partner.
That's true.
I know. I know that. And so that's why I was so worried. I know for sure. Because when I deal with you as a person, you can't sway me. I'm very opinionated. You can't.
You are.
Yeah. So, but when I'm dealing with somebody, then there is an emotional bias.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. There are a lot of times you call me and say, you want to, I say, no. And I just go back. I'm like, and I do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I know it's the wrong call. I know you are wrong. But I still did it for you. Do you understand? Because I just don't want the drama of, Sometimes you stand your ground.
Yeah.
But, most times you don't.
No, this conversation has me dizzy.
Ah, you are?
Yeah. One of those conversations that I'm going to listen to and like go back and be taking
keep
notes.
checking.
This is how men.
No, hold on.
This is what I need to
So
pay
disclaimer,
attention
because I'm already on the wrong side with men already. Do you understand? Like even for my shows, they don't used to come. Sometimes they come. So this is not how men are. This is how I think things are. Like I'm a very realistic person.
Why do you think men don't come for your shows? Because you don't even need them.
Oh, men come.
We come with their wives.
To be honest, they do. Yeah. I'm just saying, like
the last one, there were a lot of men.
So men come, but don't get me wrong. But the women are more pronounced.
Yeah.
Because they're more expressive.
Yeah.
Half of the guys, even they're when you're doing, they're just like this.
Yeah, they're vibing.
That's just the truth. Yeah. Or there are girls that are shouting so hard that they're like, waiting, they worry this girl. So they're playing with different emotions. That going back to the masculinity issue again.
Yeah.
Do you understand? A guy, most of you, when a guy comes to you, can't be like, oh, Chike, I love you. You can't say, if you even tell me, if he gets they take land first, now call can say, okay, yeah, my bro. Do you understand? But if a girl says that, I say, yeah, I love you too. But a girl like, yeah, my bro. Do you understand? So I'm just saying, it's just the society, the reality of where we live. So yes, there are guys. In fact, the funny thing is that most of the private notes I receive on my social media that say, oh, this song, I felt this way about it. It's like maybe 70% are guys. Because the girls comment it. They don't need to come and DM it to you. Any girl that's DMing it to you now, they're looking for another thing. But most times girls just comment it. There's no, it's not. But the guys, they DM you, they say, oh, see, we have been days. I say, oh, God, go and testify to publicly and to the glory. They come, they hide for, But then, guys are just not generally built, especially in this part of the world. I don't know what's happening in the Western world as much. We're just not generally built to be that expressive. Yeah, no, 100%. I really like this conversation. Like I feel, wow, it's a lot. I don't even know. But my last question to you, so let's go. Is what's the one thing that sparks joy, that gives you joy when you think about material things?
Okay, give me material things and
So finally, this conversation will not be complete if I did not say that I love cars.
I know. Oh my God.
I was already pricing one when I got here. My aunt is in California, so I'm like, oh, she should help me check. So I had a G-Wagon and I'm trying to get another G-Wagon, a different one. So, people look at it here and be like,
you need another one.
Wait, no, I'm not trying to have two.
And you're such a rough driver.
I'm not trying. Have you never seen me drive? Wait.
What? You've driven me before.
Oh God.
You're such a rough.
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
You're such a rough
So
driver.
I'm not trying to have two. It's just one. I'm trying to get the latest one. So So going back to joy, like I'm not one of those guys you ever see in the club popping bottles.
Yeah, exactly.
The Western world, you go to the club, you can buy a drink and be at peace.
Yeah.
Nobody is thinking you are poverty stricken. Here, if you go to Kellogg's, if me I go Kellogg's, just sit down like this with just my drink, 99% of Nigerians they'll be like that broke boy. I am telling you, I know as it be. It's not about caring about what people say.
Yeah, no,
we're also operating in the place of public opinion.
Yeah.
My work, public opinion matters. If everybody thinks I'm an asshole, that's going to affect me.
Yeah.
If everybody thinks you're broke, they're not going to pay you some kind of money because they're going to always think they're doing you a favor. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's a line in MI's song that says, the way you arrive is the price of who you are. Do you understand?
So arrive in style.
Yeah, so mind you, I mean, if I'm purchasing cars, I'm not going to go into detail. I've done other things that have secured me. Let's just be clear on that. But then, that's what I like. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't say it like this, but I don't pay for pleasure. Do you understand? Like, I don't spend money on a woman just because I want her to be with me. That's now be somebody I really want to be with. It's not the habit of, the general behavior of you're chasing every girl with money. I can't defend it. So going back to the cars. So right now I can just wake up and spend $200,000 in the car. That makes me happy.
Love that.
Because that's the only thing I can do that makes me happy. Do you understand? Half of the other thing that makes me happy is coming through for people. And when they appreciate it, I get so angry when they don't. That's one of the heights of my being upset when I see that someone didn't appreciate, because I just feel like you think it was easy to do. Do you understand? So two things. If I'm able to achieve something or help somebody achieve something, I'm very happy.
I like that.
Do you understand? Because I don't need to go and say it everywhere, but somehow in my heart, I'll feel like, yes, let me do one for you. I'm not going to go and be saying it. I don't want to just come and be bowing, but there are a lot of other wrong things I do that maybe some good might just make up for it. I'm just saying. So just maybe, that some good will just balance it out. So in the absence of spending money recklessly or doing any other thing, which I don't even know how many guilty pleasures I have. I really don't even know.
Just cars.
I mean, it's just cars.
Cars.
Do you understand? Yeah. And now, trust me, I'm really controlling myself. I'm doing a good job now.
That's it. That's all I have for you. So
thank you.
signature outro for
what are we doing?
With Nay. Just tell me 3 things that you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for life, because health and life is not the same thing. You can be alive and you're not healthy.
I don't like grateful for life.
I'm grateful for life. Here's what I mean.
Okay, thank you.
I've seen people who, I know people I went to university with, who are dead. Some, they said they had brain aneurysm or whatever, I don't know, they just died. Some car crash. I remember 2 years ago, one of my friends, Ibuka, we shared the same name. He was a student council member when I was in Covenant University. And he was one of the reasons why I wasn't expelled in CU, because on a particular issue, he watched out for me. He went and vouched for me. And how did he die? He was going to the East and died in a auto crash. That's when I tweeted something about, I don't know the behavior of always going to the East, and all my brothers and sisters from the East just went for my neck. And I'm like, you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying the roads are bad. If you do not have anything aside from we don't show that we did here, you don't need to go back. That's just what I'm saying, But so that's why I say grateful for life, because I didn't know that at this age I'll be knowing a lot of people who have died. I thought it's when you get a lot older. But now, this year, I know up to like 5 people that I knew that I've sat down with like this. So I'm just grateful for life, because you're 1 second away from not being... I'm not as healthy as I used to be 10 years ago. It's just what it is. And I'm not dying either. But I'm just not as healthy as I used to be. So that's why I said I'm grateful for health, because you can be alive and not be healthy. I'm grateful for life. And I'm also grateful for comfort.
I like that.
Yeah, I know if you suffer. I don't think I can. I think if tomorrow I start suffering, I'll die here first. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can deal with it mentally. I might even deal with it physically. I might be able to wake up every day, go mop some floors, and earn a living to eat. But I'll die here first.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
This was so nice.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks.